one little repair of some temple, some small pathway, they accept these things and then they feel obligated. So the court said, we do not accept this because people are awakening to their rights. And I think this is what all of us must support. I'm happy that this congregation is there. I think that we all should support it. And the second point that I wanted to make, just 1 minute more, the second point that I wanted to say is that I think if we form some kind of a movement or some kind of a forum, I don't know what we have in mind, but if we form something, then all of us organizations and people must bring to it our strength. All of us have got certain strengths. The Goa Foundation's strength.
आणि ते सांगितला की पुर्तुगेजान धारायल्ली तीच मांडावळी अजून चलता म्हणून. आताच्या सरकार सुटके सुदाऱ्यांक म्हाजे सांगणे आहा की पुर्तुगेज अजून काय धोलयता. कारण ज्यो वस्तू हांगा घडटात ते लोकांचे हातीर घडना आनी आमी जेन्ना निवडून काडटात ते आपणाक जाय तें करतात. आयजूच म्हाका कोण सांगतालो कोणाक एक बिल्डराक आमदाराक ती जमीन जाय आशिल्ली, तो पयलो ताजे लागीं विचारता तुजी जमीन इकपाक आसा, पूण ताणें कांय सांगूं ना इकपाक आसा. मागीर तो घरा कडेन पुलीस धाडटा की तुजी जमीन इकपाक आसा आनी तिसरे फावटी थ्रेट दिता, नाजाल्यार आपूण सरकार जमीन व्हरतालो म्हणटा आनी आपणाचो पांय पटलो करता. असले आमचे आमदार कांय आयकवान जाल्ली आतां. हांवूय आमदार आशिल्लो, म्हाका हें उलोवपाक गिरायक दिसना आनी लॉ दिसना. तें हांवें कोणाचें कांय सांगूंक ना आनी कोणाकूय माल करूंक ना. युनायट Unite in one voice and one spirit of saving Goa, not only for Goa but the human.
कोण बांदता हांव धाकटो मनीस, खरेंच शिंदोळकार धाकटे तकलेचे पूण व्हडले काळजाचे. हांव म्हणूंक सोदतां की आमचे मन धाकटे शिकप चड ना, कित्याक नुस्त्याचो धंदो नुस्तेकार धाकटे मनाचे पूण काळज व्हडले.
Not destroying the beautiful environment and greenery of Goa. Empower Gram Sabhas in Goan villages to take decisions on land selling and keep a vigil on land sharks, topographical destruction and selling of Comunidad land by government officials. Claps again please. Thank you. I demand special status for Goa, whereby in the culture-rich heritage villages of Goa, land can only be sold to local Goans so that the rich existing culture and look of Goa is not destroyed. Stop acres and acres of ruthless mining, which is creating a major environmental disaster to Goa, and henceforth the government should approve licenses for any construction activity only after there is insurance that there is adequate development and infrastructure in the said area like water and power supply, road widening, etc. Stop any and all migrant laborers in Goa from voting in Goa. Pass a law in Goa where Thank you. पूण आज हांव एक सांगता तुमकां आनी हेमान आयुश्यान केन्ना फोट मारली ना आनी आज हें सांगता तुमकां कित्याक हांवें सांगलां तशें खूब मिटिंगे जालो, हांव खूब उलयलें, सगळीं खूब उलयलीं, फादर अजून बेल मारूंक ना तुवें. आतां हें सांगतना मात माननाका फादर प्लीज, कित्याक टुडे I tell the people of my Goa that if our demands are not met to save Goa, Hema will go on fast until death. This is my promise to my Goa. Thank you very much. I love you all. तुमचे सगळ्यांक लोक मनाच्यान आनी देव तुमचें बरें करूं आनी आमचें गोंय सदांच सारवार जावं. God bless you.
I don't think there's any need for us to keep repeating what's happening in Goa. All of us know that. I think one or two things which I'd like to say is that we have to realize that we are not dealing with what we call, the government. I mean, we call it the government, but that it's a wrong word. We have to really realize in our minds that we are dealing with the mafia. That they're criminals, and criminals of all sorts. I've been calling them criminals ever since. And thank you, but I'm really not saying these things for applause or for effect or anything, because I've been calling them criminals ever since 1983 when I released my first album about the social-political things that are happening in Goa. 1983, ladies and gentlemen, forgive me for speaking about my own things, but I think we can speak best about our own personal experiences. In 1983, I released an album called Going Crazy. On the cover, there was a going car who was cutting down a coconut tree. It was called Going Crazy, which meant going crazy. We Goans are going crazy, destroying our Goa in order to build things. And 1983, if you count, was 25 years ago. Okay, that is a quarter century.
आणि तो फक्त कोट्यांनी पैसे करता आणि सांगता आपल्याकडे पावर असा तुमच्यान किती जागते कर म्हणून कारण भावानो आणि बहिणीनो तुम्ही सांगू शकता पावर आमच्याकडे असा आम्ही न्हिदल्या म्हणतो आपल्याकडे पावर म्हणटा तेन्ना आमी सगळे जागे जावन ताका विचारपा जाय तूं कितें करता म्हण ह्या विचारना आमी फंडामेंटल आमचो रायट उपयोग करना म्हणून तो आपल्याकडे पावर म्हणटा तो कोट्यांनी पैसे करता आनी तो कितें करता पळय फंडामेंटल उत्तर हा ते स्प्लिट करता फंड कुशी काडटा मेंटल कुशी काडटा फंड तो घेवन बसता कोट्यांनी आनी वोटर इज ए मेंटल म्हणटा आणि जेन्ना तो वोटर इज ए मेंटल म्हणटा तेन्ना हांव तुमकां सांगू शकता की आमी दाखोवन दिवपा जाय आमी शाणे म्हणून आनी ह्या आमदाराक आनी मिनिस्टराक मेंटल हॉस्पिटलांत घालपा जाय.
Also, I can see in the crowd, there have been people like, I do not want to point out, but there's somebody who's sitting right in front of me, like Matanhy Saldanha, who everybody will agree, who has been into what we call movement for so many years. I mean, there may be others who are here who are doing work, but certainly there are at least 4 or 5 people out here who have been doing work for 30-40 years. We cannot compare it to someone who's been working last 2 years or 1 year. And these people have really been working selflessly. There was no money coming from NRI out. There was no money coming from foreign funds out. And these people never got any award. Their name doesn't figure out anywhere.
तुका काय दोना तो कोणाक गव्हर्नमेंटाक आमच्या गोंयच्या गव्हर्नमेंटाक ना आनी सेंट्रल गव्हर्नमेंटाकूय ना तर ते मी आमच्या फायद्याक पडना जाल्यार ते भितरूच आसूं न्ही आनी नो वन शूड टच इट. So that is the dictum we have to follow to protect our minds and for ourselves from that.
But recently, you all must have heard about the projects, the bridges that have been coming up. There are 3 bridges that are coming up in Saldanha. That is one at Benaulim, connecting Benaulim to Benaulim-Sinkitu. The other one is Pilaulim-Varka. And the third one is a Saldanha-Kavalokri. Now these projects, I'm surprised. Today I just thought I shall bring it here to your attention because it is very surprising. I mean, we have such a big crowd at Saldanha Veli Kukuli Shishin, but nobody is really bothered about this project coming up. And I'm the only one who is actually opposing the whole thing. Now this project, I must tell you a few